what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wonderful. Another amazing performance and a long line of amazing performances. Thank you, Christina. Christina is just one example of the excellence that University Liggett School students, alumni, and family exhibit every day. Now, I'd like to introduce David Nicholson, President of the Board of Trustees. David?
Phil, thank you. I'm thrilled to be here tonight to celebrate this tremendous accomplishment for that many of you on the call or on the Zoom really helped make happen. And it's tremendous for the entire Liggett University family. But I want to take just a moment to recognize some of the key people that made it happen in such a big way. And John and Marlene Bull, and Chris Mesta and Jim Mesta, they were key in the leadership gift. Laura Moran Dodge, Jay and Patty Fitzgerald, Vivian Day Stroh and John Stroh, Paul and Carol Scott, David and Bernadine Wu, Lisa Black, Meg Vandergraaf Shannon and Rob Shannon, Mary Warren, Steve Tate, and Dick Dowling and Nancy Sanborn. That's just many of you who were so generous in the gifts, but there's a significant number of people that contributed to this campaign over the years. So please take a look at your information that was sent out in advance. And I'd be remiss to say this is also a very big lift for the development staff. So I'd like to thank Kelly Hamilton, Cressy Boggs, and the entire development team that did such a fantastic job bringing this home. So thank you. Back to you, Phil. Phil, you're on mute.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I echo those comments. Thank you all to all of the donors who made this happen. Now, I'd like to invite you to watch a short video that will showcase how the Sure Foundation campaign has impacted our entire Liggett community and the campus, everybody. So let's sit back and take a look.
Since 1878, University Liggett School has been on a mission to empower every student to make an impact. A mission to develop each student's intellectual curiosity, their leadership, and their confidence in order to make a positive difference in the world. Accomplishing our mission would not be possible without the incredible generosity of parents, grandparents, alumni, and faculty. You have empowered University Liggett School to succeed. And what we've achieved in the past 8 years together has been exceptional. In 2012, we launched the Sure Foundations campaign, a fundraising effort with goals as ambitious as our students. Thanks to you, we reached that $50 million goal. Your incredible generosity has delivered incredible results. We would like to extend our profound gratitude for your generosity and your commitment. And we're excited to share how your contributions have built an even brighter future for University Liggett School. Your support has created new opportunities for students throughout the Detroit metro area to learn from world-class educators. You have funded scholarships that reward outstanding academic achievement. You have helped establish the Liggett Merit Scholarship, providing more than 80 students with the education of a lifetime. Thanks to you, we've redefined what it means to provide exceptional academic experiences. You supported our Faculty of Excellence initiative, providing vital resources and professional development to attract, retain, and develop world-class teachers and faculty, the very people that make University Liggett School a premier academic institution. You have helped us embrace new technology with state-of-the-art equipment that enriches our students' academic pursuits. You have enabled us to open 10 acres of incredible turf fields that are the envy of schools throughout the region. Without you, there would be no John and Marlene Bowl Campus Center, providing every night with an innovative, inspiring space for events and athletics. People like you have made University Liggett School what it is today. People like you have shaped our history alongside outstanding teachers, leaders, and students. Your contributions have helped us celebrate their impact and extend their legacy well into the future. You have so much to be proud of, and University Liggett School is proud to have you in our family. You have changed us for the better. You have enabled our continued growth. And you have created new opportunities for our students and faculty alike. On behalf of our faculty, our teachers, and our students, thank you. Your generosity will be felt today, tomorrow, and for generations to come.
Very inspiring. Seeing our students every day this past couple of weeks has just been inspiring. Now, I'd like to introduce you to the co-chairs of the Schur Foundation campaign, Vivian Daystro, class of 1975, John Stroh, class of 1978, to share a few words with you.
John, you're on mute.
Okay, perfect. We've got it. Well, Vivian and I could not be more excited to be here tonight to celebrate the end of what has been a transformative campaign for the entire University Liggett School family. At the beginning of efforts like this, you're never quite sure how they're going to progress, but we can truly say that this team of alumni, parents, friends, and family came together to show that University Liggett School holds a special place in their hearts. For that, we are grateful. As alumni, parents of alumni, a former board chair, and co-chairs of this campaign, we could not feel more strongly that University Liggett School provides an education that has the power to transform lives and mold future leaders. Something we believe the world needs now more than ever. And we thank you for your generous support of this campaign and encourage you to continue to support University Liggett School in its future efforts. And I just wanted to add that as I thought about the period of this campaign, there's been a fair amount of transition. We've got a new head of school. We have parents have finished and become parents of alumni. Our children finished the program at Liggett and became alumni, and the thread of continuity throughout this campaign has really been Kelly Hamilton. So my personal gratitude to her in her leadership is enduring. So thank you all.
And perseverance.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, John and Vivian. Very well said, and I echo your comments about Kelly. And now I'd like to introduce you to the man whose voice you just heard on that amazing video, head of school, Bart Bronk.
Thank you, Doc.
Since this is being recorded for perpetuity, I want to make a note, given that my lovely wife is sitting next to me. In 2007, in my museum days, we welcomed the King Tut exhibit to the Franklin Institute. And for the opening of that event, I spent $11 on the cheapest gold cummerbund and bow tie that I could find. And at the time, Chrissy said to me, "That's the most ridiculous expenditure you've ever made. You'll never wear that again." And here I am, having once again found a use for my gold bow tie and cummerbund. I had a moment today as I sort of wandered the building, as I'm wont to do late in the day. I went across the street to the Bowl Campus Center, where our middle schoolers are now being picked up at the end of the day as we sort of navigate complex times. And I was standing next to a new faculty member. Now that's sort of a misnomer because he's only new in name. His name is Pete Detlinger, the legendary head of our summer camp programs, who has joined us this year full time, finally, after many, many years of avoiding us, as our middle school gym teacher. And I asked him how it was going. And he looked at me, and then he looked at the incredible field complex, and he sort of waved his arm and said, "When we have this, it's always going to go well." And indeed, he had planned to be inside. And as all of you know, being inside right now is complex. And with a warm day, he said we were out on the fields. And it was a wonderful, wonderful day at University Liggett School. And in that moment, I was sort of transported back to 2013 when I arrived, when those same fields were grass, well used and well-worn grass, when a heavy rainstorm would put us out of commission for 3 or 4 days. And I just reflected on what a remarkable transformation it has been at University Liggett School. And certainly that's not just a transformation on the fields. That's the addition of the Bowl Campus Center so that our basketball teams in the Fruhoff Gymnasium, so that our basketball teams don't have to practice till 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night. But a truly remarkable transformation. And I'd be remiss not to acknowledge my predecessor, Joe Healy, who had the bold vision that I arrived to appreciate in 2013. To bring University Liggett School back to vibrancy, back to a state of thriving. And that's really what has happened. In 2012, we probably had 550 students. And this year we opened with 650 students. And so that's 20% growth over an 8-year period in which every other school in Grosse Pointe, public schools included, has shrunk by the same amount. And so just a truly, truly remarkable transformation that is so much owed to the Sure Foundations campaign and what we've been able to accomplish. So what is it? What brought us from 2013 to 2020? What brought us from no dollars to $51 million? What brought us from 550 students to 650 students? What brought us from an athletic campus that we made the best of to an athletic campus that is the best? And the answer is faith. And at the risk of mentioning both of my former jobs, I'm reminded of my Episcopal boarding school days and the scripture of Matthew, which is that if you have faith in the power of the grain of mustard, you can move mountains. And this is a community in which the faith in University Liggett School and our mission has literally moved mountains. What does faith look like? Faith looks like yes. It looks like the word yes. And when I see the incredible people represented on this call, I see so many yeses. And it's been a really remarkable experience for me as I've grown at this institution, as I've become the head of school, that we go into these meetings where we ask for yet another commitment. We ask for an accelerated payment. We ask for that gift that gets us over the top. And the answer is always yes. Faith looks like a collection of committed yeses. And so I thank everyone who's gathered tonight for your willingness to say yes to this institution and to our future. These are incredibly complex times. It is not hyperbole to say that schools will not survive this complex year. Schools like ours will not survive this complex year. The Sure Foundations campaign has ensured, for many reasons, that we will survive and that we are able to be innovative and flexible as we address the challenges of providing school in a pandemic. Why do we do it? We do it because the kids deserve it. Every day that we come into our building and we get to interact with our incredible students whose talent and whose promise just inspires me to no end, and we know that it's worth it. And we know that the work that's happened, all of those yeses over these past 8 years, have propelled us to this point and helped us weather a really complex time in our history. So I'd like to introduce one of those remarkable students, perhaps one of the most remarkable students in our student body, and that's Caitlin Hayes, a senior who is the president of our student council, and she's going to share her thoughts. Caitlin?
Thank you, Mr. Bronk. On behalf of the entire University of Liggett student body, I want to offer my sincere thanks to everyone who stepped forward to make this campaign successful. Every day, my fellow students and I have the privilege of playing on our new athletic field, utilizing the state-of-the-art John and Marlene Bold Campus Center, and learning from the faculty whose work I know this campaign supported. Someday, my classmates and I will be the ones to give back to create new opportunities for tomorrow's University of Liggett School students. But for now, I can only again say thank you to everyone who helped achieve the goals set by this campaign. Now, I would like to introduce Ms. Minwala, Assistant Head of Upper School and Dean of Student Life, to share a few words.
Thank you, Caitlin. You are truly amazing. And thank you, Christina, for a beautiful performance. Both of you are really outstanding. Today, I met with my advisees on Zoom. All of them showed up, which is awesome. And we did a little round robin of what are you thankful for and what do you appreciate about Liggett. And I wanted to share a couple things with you. A superior education, and the word superior did come out from these kids. Opportunities, its events, the athletic events, the plays, all of it, musicals, friendships, and our teachers. So it was heartwarming to hear all of that. I am thrilled to be here tonight. As faculty, we cannot come to work every day and deliver on the mission of University of Liggett School without support, because we do more than just show up. We deliver an exceptionally rich and engaging learning experience for our students. Your support of the Sure Foundations campaign allows us to do that. Supporting our experiential learning opportunities and enabling our faculty's ongoing professional development are the kinds of things that set a University of Liggett School education apart. And they are what will set our children apart as they enter the world with hopes of changing that world. Your support has also allowed us to attract and retain the caliber of brilliant, creative, passionate, and innovative educators our school is known for, and that unusual times like these call for. I know I speak on behalf of all educators at Liggett when I thank you for your encouragement and alignment with our goals. I am truly grateful for this community. Thank you.
I have been blessed and lucky to have remarkable colleagues, and Shernaz is one of those remarkable colleagues. She will be seen in the classroom, in the hallways, cheering for our students on the fields, and will be one of the laughers at our comedies, which is a critical piece for all of our students. She is everywhere all the time, and she is an amazing colleague. Thank you, Shernaz. And Caitlin, and again, Christina, thank you for your gifts that you bring to us every day. You're the joy that makes faculty tick. Now it's time for everyone to get out those wonderful champagne glasses that we sent you and crack open a bottle of the champagne if you choose, or another beverage. And while you're doing that, let me introduce you to David Wu, class of 1983, who will lead us in our toast. David?
Thank you, Phil. Thank you all for being here tonight. And thank you all for your hard work and support during this campaign and during this pandemic. It's been an amazing experience. And again, my hat's off to Kelly and her staff, Cressy. You've done an amazing job. This time, I'd like to propose a toast, raise a glass to the success of the Sure Foundations campaign. I'd like to toast. Cheers.
Cheers.
Now, if everybody, after they take a sip or two, could just take a second, and we're just going to take a quick group photo. And I'll count down. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over, I believe, to Bart, who will wrap up the evening for us.
Thank you, Cressy. You know, when we entered this year with significant unpredictability, obviously with significant anxiety, with a firm commitment to providing an education for our students like that which they are accustomed to and that which they deserve, and that which lives up to the long history of incredible education at University Liggett School. And yet we were confronted with circumstances that, at least in my thinking, were perhaps unprecedented. But then, of course, I turned to the history book. And you know, one of the beautiful things about working in a school that's 144 years old is that we have a history book. And in fact, University Liggett School has encountered significant challenges in its past, including a pandemic in 1918, including 2 world wars, including fires and social strife, and all the sorts of things we're seeing today. And in reading those stories, I was sort of reminded that this is an institution that in our very DNA has resiliency, has pluck, has bravery, and has the ability to evolve to meet the needs and the demands of new times. And so it's been a really heartening experience. And I keep reminding our faculty members that as we navigate this complex year, as we celebrate this wonderful night on Zoom in such a, you know, what is now feeling sort of usual, but is really unusual, we are writing the next chapter in that University Liggett School history book. We are writing a story that will be told, a story of bravery, a story of a collection of incredible people who have come together to do something really hard, but really important. And I reflect tonight as I look at the wonderful friends and colleagues on this call that we have already written history. We have already inked another chapter in the long history of this institution, and a distinguished chapter. In fact, the most incredible fundraising campaign in the history of the institution. And so, you know, I leave you tonight apropos of the season with tremendous gratitude. Your contributions of your generosity, your talent, your wisdom. I see so many former trustees who have directed this institution. All of these collective efforts have brought us to a really remarkable point in our institution and will continue to influence us in the years to come. So I end with thanks, I end with gratitude, and I wish you all a wonderful Thanksgiving and holiday season to come. Stay healthy and stay safe.
Thank you, everyone. And that concludes our program this evening. So we bid you goodbye and thank you so much for coming.
Thanks, Cressy.